I agree. Screw New York.
All New York teams suck. They suck beyond belief. The Yankees, let's not even talk about them tonight. We New York fans got no reprieve tonight. Zero reprieve. That there is just no reason why we have to deal with this type of BS. Why do we have to deal with this BS? Why do we have to function in this way? Why? There's no reason. There's no reason that we have to do this. But I feel like if we have to keep suffering through Daniel Jones and suffering through what seems like just a forcing of dealing with a quarterback that's mediocre and overpaid, and we're just being it's just not in it's never ending. It's never ending. All New York teams suck right now. All of them. All of them. And this Giants team, they could barely even score a touchdown. This
Can we
is
talk? Can we
not.
talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Daniel Jones is 1-15 in primetime games.
Oh my God. Jesus.
He's 1-15 in primetime games.
He doesn't even deserve these.
He has a 36% win rate. He's won 24 games and lost 42 of them out of his total 60, whatever it is, 66 games, whatever the hell. Um, I don't understand why he is still starting, other than the fact that he's being paid $160 million to fumble it, throw an interception at the end of the game, scamming the Giants fans, excuse me, into believing that we still had a chance, only to show us who he is once again. A turnover nightmare, an absolute nightmare. He is a debacle of an athlete. I'm done. It disgusts me watching him be able to just get chance after chance. We're on season 6 of watching this trash. He's 1-15 in primetime. Stop giving the New York Giants primetime games. It is
We don't deserve them.
unmitigated disrespect to
It
the
is.
NFL fan base
It
to
is.
give Daniel Jones primetime television. He's 1-15. I can't do this anymore.
we got
I
we've got
can't.
some folks in the chat. We've got Payo Time, our friend Payo Time. He said, "Hey fam, you're welcome to hop on the LA Rams wagon if you need a break from the Giants."
I my
Thanks.
my blood
Thanks for that.
pressure could use that because it is rage inducing watching Daniel Jones do the same thing every week. He goes to the check down. First of all, the check downs all suck. Tracy Jr. is great at running the ball. That's great. We don't have a receiving running back. Devin Singletary is undersized. He sucks. There's a reason he's not starting anymore. There's a reason. Well, let me get this straight. You bring in Devin Singletary. He wears number 26, and he's not even starting.
No,
Who's buying
no.
that fucking trash jersey? Who's buying that?
I don't think anybody's buying. Let's put it out there. No one's buying the Singletary jersey. That's not happening. They're not selling that jersey. They shouldn't even bother making those jerseys because I don't think anybody wants them. Michael Holmes says we are cursed. Eli cursed. Giants did him dirty. I can't do this anymore. All NY teams are trash. See, that's how I started off this podcast. Is that all New York teams suck. They're all trash. You are right. I agree with you. That's what I've been saying all night.
Knicks got blown out
Okay?
by what, 30 the other night?
Yeah.
To the Celtics?
Yeah.
Like,
And
it's bad.
how about the Yankees are about to get swept? Okay, in the World Series, the Dodgers about to. I mean, because they couldn't even score
You
tonight.
know,
I
everyone
mean,
loves
it's
that.
bad,
Everyone hates New York.
bad. Peo says the thing I don't get about Jones is he seems to take sacks before the sack even comes. Struggles to keep his eyes downfield. No, yeah, there's no question. There's no question he does that.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
And he
he
can't read
absolutely does that.
coverages. Why
Yeah.
does he throw it in double coverage all the time? Why? And then that last intercept, first of all, the only interception. Why are you throwing it to the check down, or well, rather, overthrowing to the check down when there's two people over the top of him? And he threw it right to the defenders. I was watching the game with a Steelers fan. He quite literally said, I wish I could say that was good defense, but it wasn't. A Steelers fan. Just think about that. Steelers fans. I don't want to disrespect our Steelers fans now. Some of y'all are a little ridiculous. But a Steelers fan literally said, without saying it, that Daniel Jones sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a friend of mine. So he was respectful. He was like, that wasn't good defense. And it wasn't. And remember what I'm going to keep bringing this up. Daniel Jones has only thrown for over 200 yards, two or more touchdowns, and no interceptions twice in his career. Tonight, he had 206 passing yards, zero touchdowns,
Zero
and
touchdowns.
one interception. The guy is consistent at being trash. That
Yeah,
is about it.
that's it.
He can't, you can't expect him to get 200 or more yards, two touchdowns, and no interceptions. And he's making $160 million.
Yeah.
160 million. Saquon is laughing and chilling, probably drinking a pina colada. He's just chilling. I'm telling you right now, Saquon is so happy he's not here because it is a
We
circus
wouldn't
act.
be any. Yeah, let's just put that out there. We would not be better with him on the team. We'd be more
No,
effective, but we still would probably have the same record.
we may have two more wins because
Maybe, I don't know.
Saquon gives you touchdowns where no one else is giving you them.
Yeah, it's true.
He gives you touchdowns where no one else is. There are a lot of plays where
Maybe we
you could
shouldn't
have drove
say
a car through it. No, wait a minute now.
it's
There's
true.
a lot of plays where you could have drove a car through some of those holes, and the running backs
It's
aren't
true.
as explosive as Saquon, so they don't break out for 30, 40 yards. They get 10,
Right.
15.
It's true.
That 45-yard run was the most that I've seen a Giants player get in recent
And
weeks.
yeah, there were some weird moments tonight where they were so open. I was like, "Why? How is it they're so open? And why didn't anything happen with that?" It's because we don't have the right people in place to take advantage of those types of situations.
And we got one-on-one on TJ Watt, and the line is already trash. What? We've been consistently a bottom three offensive line, with the exception of this year, which is still bad. But we're one-on-one on TJ Watt. And then we get extra help on the tight end, which Theo Johnson had a better game. I will admit he's been improving. He's not dropping the ball. At least he's actually catching it. He had a big play down the field at the end of the game there. But again, Daniel Jones ruined it and sucked the life out of everybody when he threw the interception at the end to seal the deal.
It's
I'm going to start
just
calling that the
classic.
interception Daniel Jones seal because
Yeah.
he seals the deal for the opponent when he
Yeah.
throws the pick at the end. It's just the Daniel Jones pick
Yeah.
seal. That's what we'll
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
what
want
I'm
to
just
welcome
calling
everybody to the show. We're not going to go too long because it's late. Everybody has to get up early in the morning, presumably if you are employed.
it.
But we had to come on and talk. Please like and definitely subscribe. Subscribe.
Please, for my blood pressure.
We're over 500 subscribers now. It's been a very we haven't been begging people. We won't. But we do appreciate when you do subscribe, so that it's easy for you to find us and get notifications at the little bell, all those good things.
Right.
And we love your comments. And we invite all Steelers fans to come in and talk your crap because we
Why
want to
not?
hear what you have to say.
Yeah.
Please, Steelers fans, feel free to share your thoughts about this game. You definitely could have played, obviously you could have played better, but you didn't need to because the Giants just suck so bad. So,
Yeah. Yeah. We gave you opportunities where you didn't really need them.
yeah,
And also, speaking of opportunities, I need to talk about something.
yeah.
I don't know if anybody pays attention to detail like I do, but I heard one of the Giants defenders, I think it was Johnson. I can't remember his first name. Number 94. He said something to Russell Wilson when Russell Wilson chose to slide after a scramble. Instead of just running to try to get the first, Russell Wilson slid. You want to know what he said? He
Go.
said, Russell Wilson, you scared. You want to know what Russell Wilson proceeded to do after that? He got a first down and he got a big 45-yard pass touchdown. And
Yeah.
then got another touchdown on the next drive.
Yeah.
I don't think he was scared.
No, not at all.
Why would you say that to Russell Wilson? That is a Super Bowl winner, number one. Who are
You
you
say it if
to
you're an
say
idiot.
that?
That's what you
Yeah,
say.
well,
You
here's the
say it when
thing.
you're an idiot.
Here's the thing. Who are you to say that when all your team has done is gotten a wild card into the playoffs to get a bye week effectively against the Vikings
It's
and then
true.
absolutely embarrassed by your division rival.
We've
And
got
then the
some more.
next year you get 5 wins.
I mean, of course, none of it is deserved, but that's what our guys do. They pop off. We've got Michael Holmes. Jones stares down his receivers. He can't read defenses. Oh yeah, I mean we say that every. It seems like every game.
He plays
I
like a
mean
rookie quarterback.
that's his mo,
Yeah,
right?
a rookie quarterback
Um,
looking at deer in headlights.
oh, thank you, Michael. Michael says he subscribed. You guys make my night. I need the truth and y'all give it. I appreciate that. Yeah, we don't mess
Thank
around.
you,
We're
Michael.
real Giants fans. We're not trying to play around
Yeah, I'm not being
and
biased.
pretend like we're in some sort of delusional winning streak because it's not that. We know what this is. We're losers. I knew this was a losing game.
Yep,
For a minute it didn't look that way, for
we got
whatever
scammed.
reason. We got
We got scammed.
scammed.
We get scammed every time
Yeah.
by Daniel Jones. You get scammed. And Brian Daboll, your play calls were okay until the commentators started jinxing you and saying, Brian Daboll's making good plays. And all of a sudden, the play calls sucked again. And we couldn't do anything. And we had to settle for 3 points again and again. And again, primetime games for the Giants are boring. Why was the first half all field goals? All
Yeah.
field goals. Boring.
I think there was a stat that they pulled up during the game that the Giants hadn't had a touchdown in 19 like consecutive drives.
Well, that makes me want to vomit.
That's a
Oh,
lot. That's a lot.
that just made me sick to my
It's
stomach.
pretty bad. Peo has some questions for us. What are the top 3 problems with this Giants team? He would say he would. So this is what
Don't
Peo
get me
says.
started.
Am I correct to say Jones, coaching, and the O line? Yes, and those are consistent. Okay, those have been consistent. Jones, the coach, and the O line. It's
Daniel Jones
nothing
being
has
number
changed.
one for the last
Yeah.
6 seasons. Think about that.
Yes.
6 seasons, guys. He's about to have, I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's about to have 70 consecutive starts as a New York Giants quarterback with a 36% win rate. Why is he so protected?
Right. Yeah.
It's like he's some cartel leader or something. What is going on? Who does he know? Why is he able to stay in the position? I need to know. Let me find out that Daniel Jones is the next El Chapo, and he's making sure that he's able to stay in the starting quarterback position because again, 70 consecutive starts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not consecutive, but he's about to have 70 starts
70 starts.
as,
Yeah,
as
it's
a
definitely
Giants
not
quarterback.
consecutive because
It's not consecutive, but
he
it's,
was on IR last season.
let's say he didn't get injured. It probably would have been. It probably more
Yeah.
than likely would have been, especially since they paid him. And that's the number one reason. When the second number two, really, because you said Daboll, Jones, and the line. Daboll's the one that paid him. So now Daboll has to, since he doesn't want to admit he's wrong, he has to keep using Daniel Jones and try to prove to everybody that he can be a viable quarterback and win in this league. But it's not working. And that's why when they zoom in on his face, he's always just like, because he knows he's going to hear from it from the press, and he knows it just means he's that much closer to getting fired every time he loses a game. Daniel Jones behind center. It's that simple. The offensive line is constantly being replaced. We had a first-time tackle starting Hubbard. He looked like he wasn't ready.
Yeah.
He had a tough matchup.
I didn't realize we had so many changes in the last 2 weeks. I mean, because we had so many guys that are hurt.
Yeah.
We've elevated quite a few guys from practice team. We got a guy from practice team off of the 49ers. what was he, a left tackle or something like that? I mean, we've been making some moves. Michael Holmes
A lot
says
of shenanigans.
the offensive line is horrible, right to left. Jones is a nightmare. Dayball needs to go, and so does Joe. And he
Yes,
says,
yes,
and Michael Holmes says he can't be on too long because he has to go to work in the morning. We
I
understand,
do
but
too.
thank you. So
Yeah,
yes, we all
thank you for
do.
being here.
Thank you for being here. But there's not much that this team is going to be able to do to There's no salvaging. I think this is another season where we're
No,
going to have to just take the season L. That's it. It's done. It's a wrap.
3 wins
People say,
max.
"Oh, there's all these different. There's so many more games." No, there's no more games for
Three
this
wins.
team.
Panthers. That's it. It's coming
Yeah,
up. That's it.
for
That's our
this
last
team,
shot.
there's no more games. This team is done. This team is done. And I've already started. I don't even watch college ball, but I've been watching college ball because I realized that we need to rely on some young fellas coming out of school in the draft. We're gonna need that. So
Some good quarterbacks.
yeah,
So
we're
and
gonna
some
need
and really some
something.
good skill positions too. This it's a really good. It's going to be a really populated draft. It's going to be very saturated. It'll be good. So
Yeah,
I think like my mom said, there's nothing else really to look forward to. Like I've been saying, our last ray of hope went to the Eagles. Saquon was literally the only thing keeping me into watching the games. There
yeah,
was no other drive. That drive is gone, so I'm sitting there half the time miserable, just
yeah.
waiting for the game to end. That is not the type of football I need in my life. Football is a time for me that's always the highlight of the year. I love watching football. It's hard to watch the Giants. It's hard. If I'm gonna make a SpongeBob reference. Sometimes I feel like the fish that looks at the bald head of King Neptune from the SpongeBob movie, and he's just like, "My that is what I feel like when I'm watching the Giants and I'm watching Daniel Jones play. It hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's rage inducing. It's bad. It's not good for your health. It's a Giants fan. It's not good.
no.
And for the people who still try to defend Daniel Jones, shame on you, because I see people making excuses. I saw the most delusional post. I don't remember if I talked about this. Somebody said that Daniel Jones is just Patrick Mahomes of the defense, and I about dropped my phone on the floor because I couldn't believe what I saw. And people were trying to defend that post and agree that Daniel Jones is as good as Patrick Mahomes. And I'm just like,
That person is
that's just
delusional, and that maybe they're
asinine,
on some sort of very serious drugs or something. I don't know.
asinine.
That's insane.
Yeah,
That's
no,
insane.
it was
And an
very
insult,
disrespectful.
a
Yes,
freaking insult
very disrespectful
to a
to
guy
Patrick
who has
Mahomes.
won, excuse me, has won multiple and on his way to maybe a
Potential three-peat,
three-peat.
something that's never been done.
That's an insult. That that person should never have said that. That
No,
maybe they just wanted to be controversial. Sometimes people say stuff
he just
just to
wanted
be
clicks. He just
controversial.
wanted clicks
Yeah,
and get people to get on his
yeah,
account, potentially
yeah.
follow see who else is delusional and would agree. But people have been trying. Look, he scammed me for at least a couple of weeks, but no more. So I don't want to keep dwelling on Daniel Jones. We all know he sucks.
Yeah. Um, what is our? Oh, is it my mic here? What is our next game?
Commanders, we lose.
Oh yeah, the Commanders coming off of that win that they had yesterday, which was a
We lose.
fantastic win.
That
I
Hail
mean,
Mary was crazy, and it's crazy because my girlfriend is a Bears
woo!
fan. I'm sitting there like, don't worry, babe, you got it. Everything's fine. The Bears gonna win. And then it happened.
And then it
I
happened.
sat there with my jaw dropped for about 40
That
seconds.
was sweet, and that
And
was
that was
that's a
I haven't seen a
It was a
comeback play like
historic
that
play.
in
It was a
10, maybe 10
historic
years,
play.
8 years.
Yeah,
It's been a
yeah,
while since I've seen a Hail Mary play like that. It's been maybe
yeah.
8 years. It's been a while.
It was
You
a
don't see that
historic
often.
play. No, no.
That may never happen in that specific like way it happened. That may not happen for another 10, 12 years.
Yes,
So
I couldn't help but clown the fella that was taunting the crowd about the Browns. Was thinking that he was, oh, what's it? I'm sorry, the Bears. Who were they playing? The Bears.
yeah, the Bears.
Yeah, The Bears player that was taunting the audience, thinking that he already had won. Yeah, you don't win it until you win it. You know what a schmuck.
Yeah, the same way that guy tried to say that Russell Wilson was scared, and Russell Wilson got 14 points and put him on his head. You don't talk trash to people.
No.
I thought people learned from Michael Jordan. Like, you don't talk trash to people. There's certain players that you don't mess with. You don't say nothing to them. Leave that beast tamed. Let them play how they were playing. If you start getting in people's heads and antagonizing them, you might wake up the beast and they start going back to how they were. Russell Wilson started looking like young Russell Wilson for a little bit.
Yeah.
He said he was scared. Russell Wilson said, I ain't afraid of nothing. And barred out. That probably woke him up. That's probably what he
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, who the hell are you, bum? Saying I'm afraid. Get out of here. I would have said
Never
that too. It's like,
scared.
you're a bum. I would have balled out on him too. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't even Dexter Lawrence saying it. It was I can't remember his name. It was number 94. I know it was him because he was loud. He projected his voice. Like why? The Giants players shouldn't be saying nothing to nobody.
No. They should be embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for them.
I'm sure he's embarrassed. If somebody heard it, I'm sure they'll address it. I'm sure that I heard it, Mom. I know what I heard, and I was like, why would he say that to him? And then he proceeded to ball out, and I had all the context for it, and I was like, he did that because he woke up. So it is what it is. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's making me upset.
Well, folks, we really hope that you are managed to be able to continue to follow, at least come back and watch us, even if you
Yes,
can't stand watching the games. You come
they're
back and watch
painful.
us. And please subscribe. Please subscribe.
Peace.
We're are trying to. We're hoping we can get to finally, because it's been a few years now that we've been doing this podcast,
Yeah,
but we really are now more focused on trying to get more subscribers, and we need you. You stop by, you watch. We invite our opponents, fans, to come, and so like I said, this week, Steelers fans, tell us what you think. Tell us what
right.
you think in the comments, and
Hmm.
please go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and
Yes.
share this video. Share it
Hmm.
with your friends. Definitely do that. Repost it. Do whatever you want to do. Just hook it up. Hook it up for
Please.
us. Please. We have nothing else because our team sucks.
You guys bring us life. For real. For real.
Our team sucks.
So, but that's it, everyone. We'll see you guys next week when we have to talk about the Commanders and Jaden Daniels spanking us.
I'm ready.
Me too.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care.
Have a good night, everyone.
Okay. We had peak concurrent 8 views. I'm sorry, 22. Yeah, 8